Hello folks, it's Dave here from DM Online. I just wanted to do a little video today about Google's nice new web stories for WordPress plugin, which is completely free and it's kind of a brilliant thing. It's very well, it's similar to Instagram stories, that kind of thing, in which you make really engaging, short, little kind of clickable stories. So, they're based on images, you can use videos, you can add text and so on. And it's just a kind of short form method, really, of producing really good content that is actually searchable. So it's part of the Google search algorithm. So it could turn up in search quite easily. You can do a lot of SEO to it to make it findable during search. You can also put links in it, and it's a really nice little interface. So we'll just have a little look at it. Really easy to use. I heard about it yesterday, got it myself, and had a little fool around with it, and I produced my first story really very quickly. So this is what you do. Visit this page. It's just WordPressStories.google. I'll put the link in the description, and you come to here and just download the plugin. And usual thing, once that's downloaded, you go to your WordPress website and just go to plugins, add new, usual kind of thing. Click on add new, and then you just upload that plugin, and it appears on your WordPress dashboard here as stories. And you've got dashboard, all stories, or add new. So let's have a look at the dashboard. Okay, so this is the one that I created myself yesterday. Just a really short little thing. I'll give you a link to that in the description as well. You can have a look at it. So you've got a variety of things that you can do here. You've got your own stories that are in here. You've got drafts, and you've got published, so you can see what you've already got in here and quickly go and have a look at them all. You can just create a new story. You've got My Stories, which is what we're looking at here. You can explore the different templates, because to get you started quickly, they have added a number of templates, and I think they're going to be adding more to that as time goes by. This is pretty new. And then there's sort of editor settings, but we'll go to create a new story just to have a look at how this all works. Give that a second to load up the interface. And here it is. So you can see here you've got a blank page here to work with, and there's a variety of things. If you look up on the top left here, you kind of want to start this with images, and it is really designed for mobile. It does produce a perfectly good dashboard version as well for using on desktops. So, but it's primarily set up for mobile use, and so that's why the interface looks like that. It's kind of designed, and it has safety lines already built into it, so that you make sure you keep all your content within those lines, so they'll show up perfectly on mobile. Okay, so the choices we have here is you've got your own WordPress media library you can choose from, or you can go here, and they have a lot of royalty-free images and videos here that you can use as well. And some of these are trending, and you can see they've got desktop layouts as well as mobile for all sorts of different niches. So you just make a start, really, as simple as that. So I'll just go to some images I've got here already and just add one of those. So you can see that goes into your little work area here, and you can manipulate that to fit. You can stretch that, the usual tools to sort of fill that out, keeping it within the blue lines. Okay, so we've got an image in there. Then you can just add text, and you can do this with the normal blogging headings. So you've got heading 1, heading 2, 3, and so on, paragraphs, captions, stuff that you'll be familiar with if you're a WordPress user. So if we just pop in a heading and pop something in here, this one is obviously kind of related to COVID, which is kind of the first story I produced was along those lines. So I don't know, you could just pop in whatever you want. Strange times, and obviously that's kind of small, so you can either stretch that out like this to whatever you want, and then move it around to where you want it to fit. Highlight it. Normal text editing stuff, and all the tools are here. So you can change the opacity, you can change the font. You've got all your usual font drop downs here. Some recommended ones here. We'll go with Bungee, maybe fits, I don't know. Then you can obviously change the text color. At the moment it's black. If we do that, you get the normal color change editor opening up. So we'll just go for that kind of colour for the moment, argument's sake. You can add a fill if you want, so you can either put a full fill behind it, and you can adjust the opacity of that here just by typing in different types of opacity to get the effect you want, or you can use a highlight, so that just obviously highlights the text in separate areas, and again you can adjust the opacity there for that. Yeah, so that's kind of it. If you wanted, that could be a video. You would just go back here and choose video instead, or upload one of your own videos. You've got some shapes here that you can add if you want to. You know, just again move those around, change the size, the color, you know, whatever you want. Do all that. You can also, which is really good, add in a link and make these clickable links to anything you want. So you just pop the link in here. So that image could be a link, the text could be a link, and you could just put an actual link in there. You could add buttons. You know, it's completely wide open, whatever you want to do. And when you finish with that page and you want to do the next one, you can either duplicate that page and just clear off the images by deleting them individually and start from fresh. You can get rid of it, or you can just add another page and start from scratch. So, you know, really kind of good, and you can go backwards and forwards. And when these are actually published, if you have a look at the link to the one that I've done myself, you can set these to either be clickable. To do that, you need to go to Document, and you can then obviously choose the visibility if you're ready to publish it, public, private, so on, publishing. You've got all sorts of stuff on publishing. You can add your logo, that's actually required, so you want to put a logo in there for your publishing. You can add a cover image, also required, so again, get yourself a nice cover image. Very similar to what you would be doing on Instagram anyway. Write a little excerpt, again, quite good for SEO. This is a kind of meta story sort of thing. You can change the slug, the permalink, when that's actually created, to something that's a little bit less horrible looking than that. And then you can change the type of page advancement. So if you want people, when they find this, to click through, they can do that. It's kind of similar to this. They just click on the image and it moves to the next slide or the next video, whatever you've decided that's going to be. You can set that to happen automatically, and you can set how long that takes to happen between each page. So you can do that way, or you can set that to manual, where people, as I say, just click on it to move on to the next slide. So you can hopefully see that this is a really powerful sort of thing to be using. It saves you an awful lot of time. If like me, you're a blogger, you maybe find it sometimes a little bit difficult. You sit down, you've got that blank page syndrome, and you've got to produce 1,000, 2,000 words, find images, content, all of that. This is, you can do both. You can embed this on a WordPress post, which they kind of advise you to do, because that then gives you additional SEO possibilities within WordPress itself. If you've got something like Yoast, this works really well with Yoast. So you can add more tags and more similar phrases and all that good SEO stuff you can do on WordPress anyway. Or you can just have these as individual little web stories, which you can get a link for once they're done and publish them anywhere you want. So you can put that link on all of your social media. You can embed it on blog posts and write more content on those. Really, you can do anything you want with them. And like I say, the big thing is that you've got these clickable links that you can put anywhere on it. Now, at the moment, Google does advise that you don't overdo this. They're kind of suggesting one link, and they're also suggesting you maybe do a kind of maximum of, say, 5 to 10 different pages for it. So it's down to your creativity, how you want to put your message across, but I think a fabulous tool for doing that. So, like I say, the links to get this plugin are down below. You can also see the little one that I've done. When you go to the Web Stories page, Google's page for this, you'll see some examples, and there are some tutorials on there as well. I haven't looked at the templates thing here yet, but that might be something you want to look at yourself. You can do that just when you start, rather than going straight to do it from scratch like I've done. So I'll just go back in there actually, and we'll have a quick look at the templates while we're here. So explore templates. These are all the templates that you can use at the moment, and like I said, Google have said they'll be adding more to these, but these are a pretty good starting point if you don't fancy going completely from scratch. But if you're familiar with Instagram stories, or even if you're not, you're going to find this a really dead simple to use interface and really, really creative. So there's only, what is that, 8 templates at the moment, but there'll be more to come. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've been Dave here at DM Online Limited. Please leave a little comment and like this and subscribe if you found this useful. Bye for now.